Hello, this is a bit of a deviation from the norm where I focus mainly on Christianity and atheism, but I wanted to do a quick video looking at the Quran and Islam in general. And I feel that Islam is, well, it's not that I feel it, statistically Islam is a religion on the rise. So I thought I'd do a bit of reading into it and everything. So I've been reading bits of the Quran, translated by Abdullah Yusuf Ali. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And God, I really don't think I should even bother trying to pronounce this. It's Surah 2 Al-Baqarah. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, I probably have. And I'd like to draw attention to verse 6, verse 7 of that. This section 1. As to those who reject faith, it is the same to them whether thou warn them or do not warn them, they will not believe. Allah hath set a seal on their hearts and on their hearing, and on their eyes is a veil. Great is the penalty they incur. Now, I'm not really up on Islam, but I always assumed that the concept of free will exists with Islam as well. Due to it's the same belief in the basic Judeo-Christian God. I have a problem with that verse, and I would like any Muslim listeners to just talk to me on this one, because from what I can gather, what this verse is basically saying is, or two verses, is that these people have had a seal set on their hearts. They basically have been prevented from believing in Islam. So they will never, even if there was evidence, to actually prove the concept of Islam true, they would not believe. They just wouldn't, and this is because Allah has stopped them. He's prevented them from being allowed to believe. I think it's strange that this exists. I mean, even that first section of it. I mean, then I guess you could say that they were there there, and they'd still, be rewarded and everything as long as they were good people. They were just there, to almost test other people's faith. Talking about conformity and how much prepared inverted commas good Muslims are prepared to retain their faith, even though others around them don't. But then we move on to the second section. This is great is the penalty they incur. Now, so have I got this wrong, or are these two verses basically saying, because this is, I assume it's talking about atheists mainly, and non-Muslims in general as well, just non-Muslims, Allah has stopped them from being able to believe in Islam, and they're going to hell for it. So, yeah. So if anyone, Muslim or non-Muslim, has got anything to say about this, I really appreciate it, because it's I thought it's just an interesting point to make. Thanks for listening again.